welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about Love Island UK. So this is about season 5. I just want to talk about everything that kind of happened, who are my favorite contestants, you know, the whole finale. So if you haven't watched the whole season 5 yet, there are going to be a lot of spoilers in this video, and also because the reunion is going to be airing, I think it's tomorrow, I think it's going to be interesting to see everyone all together. So if you guys enjoy this video, I will do a reunion special talk about video. There's going to be 2 new seasons coming out in 2020. One in Cape Town in South Africa, which is bizarre, and then the second one back in, you know, Spain. It's going to be interesting to see for sure. So I'm from New Zealand and we haven't had like a Love Island show here. It was apparently supposed to happen later this year, but they decided to cancel it, which I'm a bit gutted about, but it, you know, was expected because it's a lot of, let's say, work and time and money going to this kind of show, because you see them kind of every day most of the time of the week. So it is a lot of money going to this, and I wasn't sure that our country could really like do that kind of show. So hopefully that they can do it next year, because I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, so the fact that New Zealand's not going to get their own Love Island this year is a bit gutting, but you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, that we get one next year. And other than that, I'm looking forward to the Australia one later this year, and also I've heard recently that the USA one got renewed for a 2nd season. I haven't been watching it, but I have been following the Instagram kind of stories on Instagram for the USA one, and it looks pretty predictable and quite similar to the UK one and the whole concept of the show. But yeah, I might watch it like the rest of the season probably later on. I'm just trying to catch up on my other shows at the moment, but yeah, it doesn't look like it was too popular compared to the UK. So yeah, so let's get right into the UK one. So basically, first impressions, you know, the first day when they're all walking in, my first thought, I thought that, you know, Anton was an ass, and now that the show's finished, he's ended up becoming one of the most amazingest and most like favorite person that everyone liked. Like in the beginning, like he was kind of rude to Amy because that's who he was first coupled up with, and then, you know, as he's progressed and gone pied by a lot of girls, he's ended up showing his like, you know, cool personality and his banter. And yeah, and I have definitely grown, let's say, a lot fonder of Anton ever since he's progressed in the show. So yeah, he's one who that surprised me the most, because I didn't actually think he'll last that long at first. But then yeah, he just became such a favourite, and then it's gutting to see that him and Belle didn't make it through. And then my favourite character from day one was Lucy. She just seemed kind of like quirky and cool, but as the show went on, she came too predictable, and you could tell that she was just here for a holiday after Joe left, basically. And yeah, like, I thought he was cool. I thought he was controlling at first, because a lot of people thought he was like gaslighting her, but then like they said in the after interviews that, you know, it is a different environment, a lot happens in one day, so you can kind of see how everyone's personalities and emotions like get real heightened. So yeah, so I kind of hoped that they would last on the outside world, but it seems like they definitely aren't anymore, so I'm pretty like gutted about that. And yeah, and then obviously Curtis and Tommy's friendship, like bromance, like really grew on me in the beginning, and then obviously Curtis did a lot of weird things on the show, and now I'm just obsessed with like the girl power and the friendship that the girls made. So yeah, like a lot's changed from beginning to end. And then my favorite couple on the overall show was basically Tommy May and Tommy for ages. I really thought they were gonna win. They came 2nd place to Amber and Greg, and I actually think Greg is such a nice person. He was only there for apparently 12 days, but he made Amber's like show amazing, and I think that's why they won, is because Greg is just a gentleman. He's nice, you know, he's just every guy that every girl wants basically. And Amber's been through a lot since day one. She, you know, she had to go through the whole Michael thing, got through all the hate that she got in the beginning, where people thought she was snotty and rude, but really it's just her guard and her just, you know, being real quiet and shy at first, but then she's really nice once she opens up. And yeah, and I kind of grew to like Amber as the days went on. At first I didn't really like her, obviously, because she didn't seem like she had like a proper personality, but you know, like in the end, you know, after Casa Amor, I really felt sorry for her. And yeah, like, her journey in Love Island was just so raw and real, and it just made the whole public love her, and I think that's why she won with Greg, because it now seems like they're made to be, and that she said that she finally found someone that she clicked with from day one. You know, obviously when they met, and, you know, in the beginning she couldn't really get with anyone. She was friends with Michael for ages, and they just kind of got together as their friendship like grew on. I can kind of understand why everyone voted for Amber and Greg to win, because it makes a lot of sense. You know, she had the hardest time there, and Tommy and Molly were the only actual official couple the whole time, so it was predictable that they would win. I was hoping they would win, but then I was like, Ovi was a favorite as well. His, you know, he's funny, and he's like got a good real personality, and everyone just wants to date him. So I was actually going to be shocked if he hadn't won or got to the final, because he's so popular. Maura and Curtis, everyone loved Maura. She had the most amazing entrance. I think she won an award for that. And yeah, I just loved her personality. She's hilarious. I think when she told off Tom, I think that was one of my favorite highlights of the show. I've got a few favorite highlights, but I think Maura telling off Tom was definitely something hilarious. Like, I can see where like the guys are coming from, because, you know, she did talk quite a lot about everything sexual, but she is a girl, and kind of see what on both sides they were both bit, you know, in the wrong but also in the right. And yeah, like, I honestly thought it was hilarious that she stood up for herself, and she, you know, fair enough, like, you know, had said stuff about me in front of other people, like when you're about to go in a hideaway, that if he had said it like just in front of her, it might have been different. I don't think she would have reacted the same way. So yeah, you know, but things happen for a reason, I guess. And you can tell that they both were kind of like, you know, together just by default. But yeah, and then also another one of my favorites is Chris. You know, that he has such a good personality, and I'm just like, I think he should have been in the beginning, like a lot of people have said. And I just love following the memes. Yeah, so he's just another favorite of mine. And then who else was there? I think I related a lot to Molly May and Tommy's like relationship. I think Molly May is like one of my favorites. It's quite sad to hear that she's had a lot of like death threats, and, you know, she's had such a negative like feedback from people, and yeah, it just sucks, because I know she like is just being herself, and I think a lot of people are quite jealous, or maybe they just think she's fake because Tommy's quite known and famous, or because she wants the money. But, you know, like, the show is to win money, but it's also a benefit if you find someone that you can fall in love with. I think they kind of just like got in there and just got on so well together, because they're so each other's type, and it just works. So I wish them all the best, because I'm definitely going to be following them a lot, and they're one of my favourite couples that I've ever seen on Love Island. So yeah, so fingers crossed that they, you know, work, and also hope that the death threats and the, you know, negative comments stop with her, because honestly she seems so nice, and it's just, you know, heartbreaking to see. And also, when I discovered her YouTube, I like stalked her and watched all her videos. It was so funny just to see, and like her whole like hair bun thing, like, I find it so cool, and I've always wanted to try it, but I'm just so cramped on my hair. So yeah, I might actually try doing a hair bun tutorial thing. It's such a basic white thing to do, but that's something I'm into, so yeah. And then another thing of mine is the whole Yewande, Danny, Arabella, Jordan thing. Like, that's just a whole nother level. I don't even want to talk about that, because they've just made it such a big deal, and it sounds like it wasn't really that much of a big deal. Like, it's a game, like, it's a show, and you're there to find someone, and I think they'll all go past it eventually, but I think everything happens for a reason, like I say, and everyone says, and it's like Danny went in there and he found somebody he's now with, and they seem happy. So I think that's the main thing. As long as they find someone that they like, and, you know, they just ignore the hate and bullying, I think it's gonna work, really. And then the whole like Michael and Joanna thing, it'll be weird. I think that the fact that they don't want to be together because there's like pressure because of what he's done, and also what she has said and done. But I think like they would work if people just forgot about all the drama and stuff, because it does seem like they just still do like each other. I've just been following all the like gossip and news and stuff, and I'm like, well, like, they're probably gonna get together, but then they kind of probably don't want to, so that's another hard thing. And then there's also the whole, what else is there? Oh, one of my favorite moments was the baby challenge. I was obsessed, because when Molly May told off Tommy when he did like the flip with the baby, I could not stop laughing. That was funny. That was one of the funniest things. And the whole like bucket hat with Ovi and his baby was hilarious. And like, yeah, I just thought it was classic. And then what else was there? I think there was, Oh yeah, just the whole Casamora thing, like the parents coming, and what else are there? Oh, the declarations of love. Oh my god, all of those made me cry. It was so intense. And then yeah, and then what else was there? Oh, and the whole like Curtis leaving Amy. That was real intense to see, because I think like if the producers hadn't given so much help, like aftercare, since the previous seasons, I think it would have damaged a lot of the contestants this year. It is quite heightened and more popular now, and as the show goes on, there's a lot of more hate, a lot of more like negative stuff, and I think the aftercare does really help. So it's kind of nice to see that a lot of people are getting the care that they need, especially Amy. She's been one of the ones that have gone through a lot, and now Molly May. So just hope everyone like gets the help that they need, and it's quite nice to see that. And yeah, and then also I forgot to mention the whole Sharif thing being dumped or removed from the villa, and then they didn't say anything. When that happened, I was really shocked, because they didn't really explain it properly during the show, like why he left, and they still to this day hadn't, and he had to kind of say it when he got like taken off, like, and then on an interview later on, or interviews. And basically the reason why he got taken off, I know it was a bit weird, because they didn't have to show that. They could have just told him not to say that again, or like given him like warnings, but it sounded like he just got like only one warning. So yeah, like I think that's a bit sad, and also the fact that he's not going to be on the reunion tomorrow is a bit upsetting. But yeah, so that's one of the things that I don't know if it's ever happened, like other than the one time I think on season 2, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I think someone got removed like from the show, but for a different reason. And yeah, I think it's quite rare when that things kind of happen. So yeah, and then also the whole Anna and Jordan thing was so weird. I thought at first that it was staged, and that they did it because they needed drama, but then apparently they're not together. So it's really weird, the fact that that's happened like near the end of the final. Like I don't know if it had to do with the fact that they were in the bottom 2 at the time, or that they just didn't like each other. Well, Jordan not like Anna, or just like there was also speculation that he was doing it out of revenge, the fact that she came back with Ovi from Casa Amor. So yeah, it's just quite interesting. I know there's been a lot of drama in this season compared to the last year. So yeah, it was all quite intense. And yeah, so I feel like that kind of sums up most of the drama in the show, but there's probably heaps that I've missed out. Yeah, and then also, the fact that I think Lucy liked Tommy, and she like told him like twice or something, and then she brought like a random dude back. I think that's weird. I think overall, like, I kind of will miss watching Love Island, because I used to come home from work and rush and watch it during dinner time, and on the weekend when the unseen bits came, like I love watching them because they're so funny. Like a lot of scenes and unseen bits like weren't in the main episode, and I kind of was like, oh, like a lot of people don't actually watch unseen bits, so I feel like they're like not showing like their personalities and a lot of things on the actual episodes. And yeah, and also I loved actually watching After Sun. I never really watched After Sun until this season, so I ended up watching it, and I was like, oh, that she is pretty cool, because you get to like see a lot more and like get other people's opinions on the show, and also like see like little sneak peeks of like just questions that people ask. And yeah, like I got real into that, and that was pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just looking forward a lot to 2 seasons next year. It feels like I won't have to wait as long, like a year, and a lot of people won't have to wait, because the wait from last year to this year was a lot. Like I didn't realize how long it had been a year since Love Island last year, and now that we get 2 next year, it's gonna be like full on. But yeah, and also I'm just looking forward to watching it again, and just like, yeah, just getting real into the memes, I guess. And also another thing I forgot to mention is Francesca, like if that's her name. I feel like she was so underrated, and I feel like she was also one of the other contestants that should have been on longer, but I don't think like she was shown as much. Like there was a lot of times where you could see that they chose who they wanted to put on the screens more, and I felt that was kind of unfair. But yeah, so that was kind of my thoughts and opinions on Love Island Season 5 in the UK. So yeah, so be sure to like this video, and also leave me down a comment if you like, and subscribe to my channel, because I put out videos every Sunday. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!